So with vibrations, we have a wah-wah tube. This is tuned at 5 to 8 hertz. Pretty cool. Check out Pyramid Sound Therapies for that. We have Chrome and Drums vibrations. Beautiful. Beautiful. Shamanic drum. Beautiful tones. Hypnotic. We have stems. And we have colour. And my universe is made up of vibrations, music, energies and colour. And I surround myself in my creative music art room with my favourite paintings that some I've taken to shows and have not sold, and I sometimes give an opportunity for people to buy them if they connect with them, but if they don't, the ones I bring back and keep, the ones I really loved. And I definitely am very much influenced by colour, vibrant colours. I'm probably super sensitive. I'm short-sighted I do need varifocal glasses now, but I very much, even in blurry distances, can appreciate the colour of vibration and vibrancy and the tones of vibration in music and things. So that brings me the absolute joy, and creating my kind of sacred space where I can meditate. I've got my granddad's egg chair behind me that I inherited many, many years ago, decades ago, and I meditate on that or chill out and drift off into different realms of being. And this is kind of a sanctuary for me from sometimes the horrors of normal day-to-day life. And recently there has been a build-up of horrors, and sometimes you've just got to kind of put yourself in that escapism to get away from it, to keep your own sanity. And some things are very difficult at the moment for me. Other things are fantastic, but there's a knock-on effect from the difficult things, and that's got to be dealt with, really dealt with properly. And it's very, very, very challenging with some people in life. When, I was reflecting with Ange last night of, being a spiritual, trying to be a good person, being a good person, and treating people in a spiritually good way, bar the human bickerings that me and Ange have. And like I said before, many human, I'm going to behave in some ways that aren't pleasant sometimes, whether that's perimenopause, just being in a bad mood, pissed off about something, it's normal. But when there was a lesson of, for me recently, of sometimes you've got to separate work from, behaviours at work from spiritual behaviours, I think, because that doesn't work. There's lots of food for thought upon that, but I'm not going to go into detail because there's issues going on at the moment. And good news is I've got a fit note from my doctor today. It's just come through, because I've been stupidly doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, which has made the damage worse, or allowing things for me to do and not standing up enough. So there's another lesson learned about shouting up a bit about that, but I'm not going to go too much into detail about that. I want to talk to you about the positive things of creativity. The sun is shining, and we had a brilliant show at LizianEvents at the weekend, just being around the wonderful folk, the stall holders, doing Tai Chi with Don and Carol, doing drumming for that, and performing my first live performance in public of the year, and that was fantastic. And even though it's a knackering, by the end of the week you're knackered, it's, yeah, again, a wonderful experience being around like-minded souls, and I wish 7 days a week I could be around like-minded souls, but unfortunately at the moment I can't. And the advice from when I have tarot readings and is all the same, and that's duly noted. Easier said than done, but you work towards it bit by bit. And yeah, lots of food for thought this year. 2023 was the year where I but moved a little bit more into a positive light from 2022 and the horrors of that and the busyness of that. You know, we lost my mum, and we moved house, and we had a massive heat wave during moving house, which I don't know if you can, like, physically, like when you're wearing glasses, you drip when you're looking down sort of fat into the actual glass, plastic, whatever it is, and drip sweat. That is horrific. I should have worn my contact lenses really. But yeah, and we went on holiday to Turkey, and wow, what awful things have happened. Turkey and Syrian border, and it's just heartbreaking. We got a good holiday out of everything, and had a good Christmas. It was a sad Christmas in some ways, but we spent it with Angie's. Well, will be legally, they are my family, but legally in September this year, we are getting married, and that's something to look forward to. And I am really excited about. Even though me and Angie class ourselves as married because we haven't fasted, it's a legal binding, and it secures a lot of things more that way. So health and well-being, lots of artwork. I really do in my spare time enjoy doing the artwork. We're really enjoying learning about sounds and vibrations a lot more. I'm doing some training at the end of the year with Richard, gong master, doing some gong therapy training. And I'm basically, each show and stuff I'm collecting, buying instruments, sound therapy instruments, and for me it's kind of not so much about, oh, I'm just going to go and do sound therapy and be a sound therapist. I'm a musician, that's what I do, and it's incorporating within music, not just vibration of, I don't know how that's going to pan out, but something's going to, I don't know, we're going to see what happens with that really. I'm intrigued, but definitely, I mean, I had a gong bath on Sunday morning. It was just amazing and very needed. And yeah, there's something very magical about it. Also, it's definitely something I'm going to be investing a lot more time in and money, but we'll see where that road leads. I just wanted to have a catch up, but yeah, the sun is shining and I need to dye my hair, and everything happens for a reason, and not so nice things happen and come to a head, and then action needs to be taken, and whatever that action and the outcome of that action is, that's going to have to happen. But I'm very grateful of the friends and supportive people, and I emphasise supportive people around me, because I really found that precious. So that is February for me, and watch this space. And just on a side note, Richard's made some amazing planetary tube sound bath CD, and I've got to say, it has kept me sane the last few days of meditating to it, and just the capturing of it is beautiful, and it's very hypnotic and meditational. So do Pyramid Sound Lady, get hold of Norma and Richard and buy one, support them and support yourself as well.